You and your friend there. Oh,
That's Duchess Margaret.
Margaret?
Yes.
Ah,
Say hi. All right. Good girl.
wonderful. How old?
She just turned 4. Mhm.
Okay. I just have much larger dogs that
Got a gun.
regrettably eat
Got a
that.
gun.
But
Got a gun.
just,
Got a gun, don't we? Yeah.
I like little dogs, except that I'd probably lose them. So
She won't let you lose her.
Oh.
She'll stay right there to the
Yeah.
hip.
mine would probably just run off. Anyway, all right. And my understanding is there's a consent judgment in this case?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. 30 days vacate.
All right. You're going to vacate within 30 days. You understand that, Mr. Johnson?
Somewhat.
Okay.
So-
What do you mean somewhat?
Because I don't understand why I'm being forced out when I'm the one that's supposed to be helping the people. And these people that's supposed to be saying stuff, I don't even know who they are, you know? So,
Okay. But
but if they want me to move, I'll move. I mean, you know, if I'm not wanted, then I'll go because I don't want no problems, you know, with somebody coming, messing with me like what they've been doing until I get that doorbell. When I get that doorbell camera, then all of the stuff stopped. Everybody stopped harassing me. People stopped hanging out in front of my apartment door, you know?
all right. But
Just bad. It was just bad, you know?
okay. But Mr. Johnson, you understand that you don't have to sign this consent judgment.
Mhm.
You understand that, sir?
Now I do. Because I'm just thinking everybody's trying to turn on me and I'm supposed to be the president and to help the people. And when I come to management to tell them, they tell me, well, you can move. If you don't like it, move. And that's not the right way,
Okay. But
you know?
let me back up a moment. Okay, Mr. Johnson. You agreed to move out by October 5th.
Right.
But as I'm hearing you, it seems you're not agreeing to that. And that you'd like to have a trial on this? Is that what you're indicating to me?
That would be fair. You know, that would be fair instead of them just making me back off when I know I'm not
Okay.
wrong.
So,
You know,
right, okay, so,
it's kind of hard.
all right. So, Mr. Johnson, I guess I'm curious, why did you sign this?
Because they asked me to sign it. They said, sign it.
I asked you if you agreed to move out in 30 days. You did. And I explained that.
Well, if you put a gun on me, sure, I'll move. You know,
Well,
I
hold
just
on.
don't
Whoa,
like
whoa,
that.
whoa.
Mhm.
Shit, counsel did not put a gun to your head. All right, Mr. Johnson. So let's be clear about that. I don't think in any way, at least what I'm hearing,
Mhm.
I don't think in any way counsel threatened you or coerced you in any way to sign
No.
this. I'm not.
No,
So
no, she
okay.
definitely didn't.
So
No,
let's be.
it's just the
clear.
way that it made me feel.
Okay.
You know, she didn't do that.
Okay.
No.
So
Just
yeah,
made
I
me
want.
feel that way because I
All
don't
right.
see anybody.
I got you, Mr. Johnson. I'm just saying,
Sorry.
it's one thing to say that counsel did something when they
Yeah.
didn't do that.
No.
She wasn't, you signed this document.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then when you come up and it's a consent judgment and you're not represented by counsel, there are certain things I have to inquire about the judgment, making sure that you understand what it says.
Mhm.
And that's why I started the inquiry that I started.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it sounds to me, Mr. Johnson, like you don't want to sign this judgment, that you want a trial.
I think that would be fair.
Okay.
You know, I think that would
Okay,
be
but-
fair.
but listen to my question, okay, because it is very important. But you don't think, there are people that sign judgments that in their mind, they don't think are fair, but are ways of just resolving it. That happens, okay? Just so that they can, for the plaintiff, they're just trying to get it behind them and move on. Okay, so my question isn't about necessarily whether or not it's fair. Okay, I'll get to that other part of it that it may go to in a moment. But what my question to you is do you want a trial in this matter?
Nah. No,
Okay.
no, that would
Okay. So
cause too much trouble. I think it would be too much trouble. Just like you say, it's easier just
Okay, but
Because I don't want no repercussions from anybody. I don't want nobody harassing me. I don't want to feel unsafe,
okay, but
there. So it's just,
Mr. Johnson, do you want to enter into this judgment?
yes, I'll move. I'll move by the 5th of October. If that's what they want me to do, I'll move. And make everything smooth, so.
Okay. And you do understand that you have a right to consult with an attorney about this and have had since the beginning. You understand that?
Okay. I think that might be what I'd want to do, is talk with an attorney. Because I didn't think that it was that serious. I mean, seriously, I really didn't. Because the people who is complaining is the people who've been harassing me, who've been assaulting, who've been just verbally assaulting me, just
Okay,
real
so-
bad, so.
All right. So that we're getting everything clear on the record, Mr. Johnson.
Mhm.
On August 11th, when this case first came up before Judge Barr, you were apprised of your right to be able to contact an attorney.
Mhm.
Legal services information was given to you.
I did. Mhm.
Okay.
And I talked with the attorney.
But hold on. But I just want to make it clear that this wasn't something that was rushed through. That was on August 11th,
Mhm.
right?
Yes,
And did you contact legal services?
yes,
Okay. Then it was adjourned. From that, it was adjourned out to August 18th. And that's the first date that you appeared before me.
right.
And then there was supposed to, then I set it for a trial in person based upon the issues that were before me. There was supposed to be a written answer filed, which you did.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And so you're telling me now you want to talk to an attorney, but
Yeah, I understand I got 3 days.
hold on a second. That you want to talk to an attorney before I enter this judgment. Is that what you're telling me?
I think so. I could talk with the Department of Veteran Affairs and see.
Pardon?
I'll talk with the Department of Veteran Affairs with their legal advice and see. I got 3 days to appeal this, or
That's what I'm worried about.
that's what I'm,
Because you're not represented by counsel, I'd sign this judgment. I'd apprise you that you have 3 business days to think about this judgment. If you think there's some legal right you haven't asserted or whatever, you'd file a motion to set this aside. I don't have to grant that motion, depending on what it says, but you would have those 3 business days to do that.
well, I think we'll just go ahead on with the judgment. And I'll just move by the 5th of October.
Counsel,
I think
hearing all of this, what would you think the prudent way to proceed with this is?
From my understanding, he had spoke with legal services. They contacted us. We explained the issues. They said they were going to trial and we're representing him. And I spoke with him in the hallway. I explained the judgment. I explained that he had a right to the trial, that the statutory time is 10 days. If you found for us, you could find for him. I explained all that in the hallway. I also explained, MCR 4.201. 3 days.
Which is where he got that.
Yeah, that's where he got it. That's because of me.
Yeah. I saw the checkbox.
Yeah. And I tried to do my due diligence as an attorney and help him out the best I could, considering he's the opposing
what
party.
you say?
I tried
What
to
did you
do.
just say?
I tried to do the best I could as an attorney and help him out, even though I'm the opposing party. Yes.
Yeah, shocking. You tried to be fair.
Yes, I tried
Yeah,
to be
okay.
fair.
All right.
Your Honor, could I say something?
I haven't,
Well, no, I better
haven't
not.
stopped you yet.
I
Go
better,
ahead.
I better leave it alone, okay.
No, what do you want to say?
No,
Please.
I don't know, you made me forget. That's the human part.
Okay. Mr. Johnson,
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
okay.
The legal aid attorney told me, said, just go to court, said, because what they got is not grounds for them to kick me out. What they saying that I did is not grounds for them to kick me out of a senior citizen place. So what I'm accused of doing is not enough to throw me out. That was what they told me. So they said, just go to the court.
Okay. Mr. Johnson,
Mhm.
have you talked with Veterans Affairs about alternative housing for yourself?
No. This is just what I'm getting now, because I didn't know it was going to go this far. I thought we was all on the same team. So, I don't understand it. I go to them with complaints. They supposed to do something. They don't do nothing. Tell me I can move if I don't like it. So I don't like it. So
Okay. So hang on.
quiet. Huh? What the hell?
There.
Oh.
So here's the reality, Mr. Johnson.
Mhm.
In 3 days, so if I sign this today, in 3 days or so, we're going to be back on a motion. Because that's what you're going to do. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. I can tell you right now, that's what's going to happen. So, Mr. Johnson, who you talked to legal services, who are you going to talk to after this?
Department of Veterans Affairs.
Okay, have you called them?
No,
already?
I will today. Yeah, definitely. Also, they told me that I had the right to know who the people were that complained against me, and they wouldn't tell me who the people were.
Who told you that? Who is they?
That's what the legal services told me. They said I have a right to know who the people were that done that. So I asked them in the office, and they said, "Oh, we can't give you that." So far as I'm concerned, I don't know who said what. All I know is just always be a whole bunch of people in front of my door because a lady across the hall selling dope, and that's the spot. And she didn't want me to have that doorbell, that ring doorbell. And once I put that doorbell up there, then it stopped. Then they come up there with a sheet on their head and knock on the door and get their drugs with a sheet on their head, but you can still see their feet. So, this is in front of my door. These people, I don't even know them. They just pile up in front of my door, waiting on the dope lady. And she ain't scared about it. She's right in the open doing it. Every day, all day.
Okay.
And when I say something, it goes in one end, right out the other. They say, well, you can move if you don't like it. So that's the response I get.
Okay, so Mr. Johnson,
So I'll move. I'll move. And I'll get with somebody to get me a place. I'll get with VA to find me a housing.
okay, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Whatever's happening here, because I haven't heard the case. So I'm just saying whatever's happening here isn't working for the landlord, is not working for you, right?
Right.
Okay, so sometimes in those instances, and I'm not saying that that's this case, it is better to maybe situate yourself someplace else and not have the issues.
Sure.
I get that. But, and certainly that's a consideration. But the other part of it is that you're raising certain things by what you say that give this court pause about doing this. Okay?
Mhm.
I don't know if you mean to do that or not, but you are. So here's what I'm going to do, and I realize I'd be doing this over the objection of plaintiff because I think plaintiff actually did good faith in terms of trying to get this consent judgment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 12th for a trial. Will that work for you, counsel? I'm sorry, I just, yeah, I saw the phone come out and I said, I probably should have asked, but.
If we can do it.
If you can't do it, tell Wasbury to get himself down. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it would be him or me. It looks like we have a trial in another jurisdiction, but there's 2 of us, so we should be fine.
Okay, so between you and Wasbury, do I get my choice?
Sure.
It's you.
Okay.
Okay, tell him I said.
I'll tell him.
All right.
I don't think it's a big deal, especially if the donut place is down the street.
All right. I like that. All right.
I grew up in the area.
Yes. So here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Johnson. I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the people at Veterans Affairs, to make sure that you have an adequate opportunity to discuss whatever issues you have and come back. I'm going to hold this judgment in the file. I'm not going to sign it. And if we come back in the same spot, I'm just going to let you know, because that would be September 12th. Hold on. That if we go to trial and you don't prevail, that the date that the writ would be September 22nd. That's a possibility. I am not going to be pushing the landlord in this instance to extend it out a week because they already were giving additional time.
Okay.
If they do that of their own, that's fine, but I'm not going to be pushing them in that direction. I just want you to know that. So this may cut into that 30 days that you guys agreed on. May not. I don't know, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk with the folks at Veterans Affairs, check into what legal avenues you have, but I think you also need to check into what alternatives you may have for housing.
There you go. Okay.
Okay?
I think that's what I'll do. I think what I want to do is go ahead and sign that order, what I signed, and move out by the 5th. And if I have any other concerns or something other, then I just have to deal with it. I mean, I'm willing to
No.
solve this now.
What?
I'm willing to solve it right now, so we don't have to mess with the courts.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I'm not doing that. So you can blame it all on me. I'm not signing this thing today because I have to sign off. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get yourself to Veterans Affairs, talk to them about the 2 issues that I just raised to you. One, the issue of what might be your defenses and other things. And then the other issue, just looking potentially into the future, what are alternative housing issues or things for you? Okay? I'm going to give you that shot. We'll come back next week, 9 o'clock, same time, same bat channel, same everything. And then we'll do it. Okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Jackie.
Okay. Okay. You can wake up now, young lady. You can wake up now. You ready?
Okay. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, tell them bye. Wait a minute. Tell them bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
There you go. Let's go get some ice cream.
This one didn't go well.
This is a do-over.
Is it a do-over?
Yeah.
Like a mulligan? All right.
Masco here on behalf of defendant, Ms. Sillis here as well.
All right, you can be seated. What are, set for final settlement conference? Where are we, counsel?
Can I approach here?
Yes, absolutely.
I did talk to Ms. Pascal about the situation that we're at. I think we can agree on a number that's owed in back rent, but the problem is nothing's been paid since June of 2022. It's a payment plan that can conform with HUD guidelines that the tenant can make. So I'm going to work with Lou if we could set it for trial. And during that time, Ms. Pascal and I will attempt to work out a payment plan that's acceptable to both the plaintiff and the defendant. And then we could enter into a consent agreement, hopefully before then.
That's correct, Your Honor. There's also going to be another recertification that happens in the meantime that will inform the final numbers, but
Okay, sure. So the numbers are kind of agreed to. There's a research that has to happen that's going to sort of fix that number. And then from that, you're going to try to come out with a payment plan.
Payment plan, because it's going to be roughly 12 to 13,000. So I have to work with the regional manager and what's acceptable for payments and what she can afford to make.
Okay, but are we talking then HUD guidelines of a year? Is
Your
that,
Honor, my recollection, I know that the HUD guidelines provide for 40%, capped at 40% of the AGI. So that would be our starting point to ensure that's affordable for Ms. Hill. And we'll see what the numbers are like. We may also be able to offset that with some assistance. We'll have to see.
got it? Okay.
There is also money in escrow, Your Honor, as the person went.
Yes, there is. There's 3 880s. So now, okay, and then you would be continuing to put into escrow. Okay, all right. Okay, so how much time you guys need? Get all that done.
We're hoping to put it out about a month and possibly scheduling the week of October 9th. That will work for the court.
Why is this blue? Oh, is that Indigenous People Day? Yes, it is.
Monday is.
Yes, that was the first holiday I had as a judge. I know that. So I really don't. So
Oh,
is it,
so we do
10?
Tuesday the 10th. Currently.
would
there's
the
nothing
10th
scheduled.
work? Okay, well, will you guys be, I mean, I'll set it for that day. I don't have a problem, but are you sure you can get everything?
I think so.
I believe so.
Okay, all right.
We're on the same page with just about everything.
Everything?
Oh, gosh, I shouldn't have said that, though. Famous last words.
Write that down. That's good that she's on the same page. Yeah, it's all out there. It went on YouTube. Okay, I just want to mark this day. So I'll set this for 10/10/2023 at 9.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, folks. Phew, that was hard. So that's it for us?
Taylor search.
Okay, we just episode 20 at 11:30. Okay, I guess then I'd be in recess or, oh, we're done. We're adjourning. 14A stands adjourned.